the only meditation you'll ever need. A remembrance of who I am. Take a slow breath in and gently let it go. There is nothing to force, nothing to figure out, nothing to fix. Just breathe. Just listen. Just receive. Let your body soften. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw relax. Let your eyes rest. Let your hands gently open. Let your heart be still. Right here, right now, you are safe. Right here, right now, you are held. Right here, right now, you are known. You do not have to become who you are. You simply remember. You simply choose. You simply rest in truth. I am because God is. Because God is, I am. I am that I am. God is here. God is now. God is in me. God is breathing in me. God is living in me. God is loving me. God is expressing as me. I am not separate from love. I am not separate from life. I am not separate from wisdom. I am not separate from peace. God is my center. God is my source. God is my life. God is my I am. I am because God is. Because God is, I am. I am that I am. I know who I am because God knows who I am. I know why I am here because God knows why I am here. I am guided because God is guidance. I am held because God is holding me. I am safe because God is safety. I am secure because God is secure. I am steady because God is steady. I am calm because God is peace. I am peace because God is peace. I am clear because God is clear. I am certain because God is certain. I am chosen because God chose to express as me. I am because God is. Because God is, I am. I am that I am. I do not chase my identity. I am my identity. I do not prove my worth. I am worthy now. I do not earn love. I am love right now. I do not become enough. I am enough right now. I am enough because God is enough. I am worthy. because God is worthy. I am loved because God is love. I am love because God is love. I am beautiful because God is beauty. I am whole because God is wholeness. I am complete because God is complete. I am because God is. Because God is, I am. I am that I am. My body is safe to relax. My mind is safe to rest. My heart is safe to open. My nervous system is safe to soften. I do not need to carry the day. I do not need to carry the past. I do not need to carry tomorrow. God is carrying me. God is breathing me. God is restoring me. God is renewing me. Because God is renewal, I am renewed. Because God is life, I am alive. Because God is vitality, I am vitality. Because God is health, I am healthy. Because God is strength, I am strong. Because God is energy, I am energized. Because God is harmony, I am harmony. Because God is order, I am order. Because God is peace, every part of me knows peace. I am because God is. Because God is, I am. I am that I am. I bless this body. I thank this body. I listen to this body. I trust this body. This body is not against me. This body is for me. This body is a sacred expression of life. This body is wise because God is wisdom. This body is alive because God is life. This body is healing because God is wholeness. This body is strong because God is strength. This body is beautiful because God is beauty. This body is worthy because God is worthy. I am fit and healthy because God is vitality. I am rested because God is rest. I am restored because God is restoration. I am nourished because God is nourishment. I am radiant because God is radiant. I am because God is. Because God is, I am. I am that I am. I choose wholeness now. I choose love now. I choose peace now. I choose innocence now. I choose freedom now. I choose joy now. I choose truth now. I choose God now. I choose I am now. God does not judge me, so I do not judge me. God does not shame me, so I do not shame me. God does not punish me, so I do not punish me. There is nothing wrong in the truth of who I am. There is nothing missing in the truth of who I am. There is nothing broken in the truth of who I am. I am new in this moment because God is new. I am free in this moment because God is free. I am innocent in this moment because God is innocent. I am forgiven in this moment because God forgives immediately. I forgive myself now. I forgive others now. I choose love now. I choose peace now. I choose wholeness now. I am because God is. Because God is, I am. I am that I am. There is no moment to relive. There is no moment to redo. There is no past version of me to fix. There is no future version of me to chase. There is only this breath. There is only this now. There is only God. There is only I am. And I am here now. I am present because God is present. I am awake because God is awake. I am aware because God is awareness. I am still because God is stillness. I am free to choose again because God is freedom. I am free to begin again because God is beginning. I am free to be new because God is new. I am the center. I am love. I am peace. I am because God is. I am. I am that I am. Circumstances are not my source. Situations are not my source. Other people are not my source. The past is not my source. The world is not my source. God is my source. God is my center. God is my life. God is my supply. God is my peace. God is my power. God is my joy. Because God is my source, I am never empty. Because God is my center, I am never lost. Because God is my peace, I am peace right now. Because God is my power, I am powerful now. Because God is my life, I am fully alive right now. I am because God is. Because God is, I am. I am that I am. No thing and no one determines my joy. God is joy. Because God is joy, I am joy. No thing and no one determines my peace. God is peace. Because God is peace, I am peace. No thing and no one determines my love. God is love. Because God is love, I am love. No thing and no one determines my worth. God is worthy. Because God is worthy, I am worthy. No thing and no one determines my abundance. God is abundance. Because God is abundance, I am abundance. No thing and no one determines who I am. God knows who I am. Because God knows, I know. I am because God is. Because God is, I am. I am that I am. I see from and as the love I am. I hear from and as the love I am. I listen from and as the love I am. I speak from and as the love I am. I move from and as the love I am. I choose from and as the love I am. I create from and as the love I am. I give from and as the love I am. I receive from and as the love I am. I forgive from and as the love I am. I begin again from and as the love I am. I see as God sees. Because I am. I hear as God hears. Because I am. I listen as God listens. Because I am. I speak as God speaks. Because I am. I see beauty because God is beauty. I see possibility because God is possibility. I see peace because God is peace. I see the best in every moment because God sees the best in every moment. I hear truth because God is truth. I hear love because God is love. I hear wisdom because God is wisdom. I hear peace because God is peace. My voice is clear because God is clear. My voice is loving because God is loving. My voice is powerful because God is power. My voice carries truth because God is truth. My voice is the voice of love. My voice is the voice of peace. My voice is the voice of God expressing as me. I am because God is. Because God is, I am. I am that I am. I trust my intuition because God is wisdom in me. I trust the quiet knowing. I trust the gentle nudge. I trust the inner yes. I trust the inner no. I trust the peace that leads me. I trust the love that guides me. I trust the light that I am. I do not need to force clarity. Clarity rises because God is clear. I do not need to force direction. Direction appears because God is guiding. I do not need to force answers. Answers come because God is wisdom. I know what to do when it's time to do it. I know where to go when it is time to go. I know what to say when it is time to speak. I know when to rest. I know when to rise. I know when to move. I know when to be still. I am because God is. Because God is, I am. I am that I am. I am inspired because God inspires. I am creative because God creates. I am gifted because God is the giver. I am talented because God expresses as me. I am confident because God is certain. I am powerful because God is power. I am capable because God is able. I am chosen because God chose to express as me. I am here on purpose because God is purposeful. I know who I am and why I am here because God knows. I do not need to compare. I do not need to compete. I do not need to rush. I do not need to prove. What is mine because God is my source. What is for me recognizes me. What is through me flows in ease. What is in me rises in grace. I am because God is. Because God is, I am. I am that I am. I build my life by design. I choose as love. I choose as wisdom. I choose as peace. I choose as clarity. I choose again because God is freedom. I create because God creates. I move because God moves. I rest because God rests. I receive because God gives. I give because God gives. I live because God lives. I love because God loves. I build my life from truth. I build my life from peace. I build my life from abundance. I build my life from I am. I am the author because God is the author. I am the creator because God creates. I am the designer because God designs. I am the chooser because God chooses. I am the one who chooses again because God is freedom. I am because God is. Because God is, I am. I am that I am. I am wealthy because God is abundance. I am prosperous because God is overflow. I am provided for because God provides. I am supported because God supports. I am supplied because God is supply. I am open to receive because God gives freely. I receive in gratitude because God receives in gratitude. I give generously because God gives generously. I give freely because God gives freely. I share love because God shares love. I share wisdom because God shares wisdom. I share my gifts because God expresses as me. Money is not my source. God is my source. Opportunities are not my source. God is my source. People are not my source. God is my source. Because God is my source, I am supplied. Because God is abundance, I am abundant. Because God is overflow, I overflow. Because God is prosperity, I prosper. I am because God is. Because God is, I am. I am that I am. My relationships are held in love. I am loved because God is love. I am loved because God is love. I am loving because God is love. I am faithful because God is faithful. I am kind because God is kind. I am honest because God is truth. I am true because God is truth. My loved ones are free. I am free. We meet in love. We meet in peace. We meet in truth. My loved ones enjoy my presence because God is love. My presence is safe because God is safety. My presence is peaceful because God is peace. My presence is joyful because God is joy. My presence is loving because God is love. I do not control anyone. I bless everyone. I do not fix anyone. I love everyone. There is nothing and no one for me to fix because God is already whole. There is no thing and no one for me to force because God is already moving. There is no thing and no one for me to judge because God is love. I live and love in freedom because God is freedom. I live and love as love because God is love. I am because God is. Because God is, I am. I am that I am. I sing in joy because God is joy. I dance in joy because God is joy. I smile because God is delight. I laugh because God is lightness. I live freely because God is freedom. I love freely because God is love. I receive freely because God is open. I express freely because God expresses. I experience life fully because God is life itself. My life is not small. My life is sacred. My life is not random. My life is purposeful. My life is not behind. My life is right on time. I am exactly where I need to be right now because God is here right now. I am held in this moment because God is holding this moment. I am blessed in this moment because God is blessing this moment. I am new in this moment because God is new. I am because God is. Because God is, I am. I am that I am. I rise in joy. I rise in peace. I rise in calm excitement. I rise in trust. I rise in gratitude. I give thanks because God gives thanks through me. I give thanks for this breath. I give thanks for this body. I give thanks for this heart. I give thanks for this life. I give thanks for this moment. I give thanks before I see it. I give thanks before I touch it. I give thanks before I understand it. I give thanks because gratitude is already in me. I am grateful because God is grateful. I am blessed because God is blessing. I am open because God is open. I am receptive because God is receiving. I am ready because God is ready. I am because God is. Because God is, I am. I am that I am. I am not waiting to be myself. I am myself now. I am not waiting to be loved. I am loved now. I am not waiting to be safe. I am safe now. I am not waiting to be free. I am free now. I am not waiting to be chosen. I am chosen now. I am not waiting to be abundant. I am abundant now. I choose wholeness now. I am not waiting to be happy. Joy is in me now. I am not waiting for permission. God is my permission. I am not waiting for proof. God is my proof. I am not waiting for the world to change. I choose again as I am. I am the center. I am love. I am peace. I am because God is I am. I am that I am. Let these words move deeper than the mind. Let them rest in the body. Let them soften in the heart. Let them renew the nervous system. Let them speak to every cell. Let them remind every part of you. You are safe. You are loved. You are held. You are guided. You are known. You are worthy. You are free. You are whole. You are beautiful. You are powerful. You are peaceful. You are abundant. You are radiant. You are new. You are I am. I am beautiful because God is beauty. I am secure because God is secure. I am love because God is love. I am loved because God is love. I am healthy because God is health. I am vitality because God is vitality. I am energized because God is energy. I am inspired because God inspires. I am wealthy because God is abundance. I am prosperous because God is prosperity. I am gifted because God is the giver. I am talented because God expresses as me. I am confident because God is certain. I am guided because God guides. I am protected because God is protection. I am peaceful because God is peace. I am joyful because God is joy. I am free because God is freedom. I am new because God is new. I am because God is. Because God is, I am. I am that I am. I see from and as the love I am. I hear from and as the love I am. I listen from and as the love I am. I speak from and as the love I am. I move from and as the love I am. I rest from and as the love I am. I choose from and as the love I am. I create from and as the love I am. I give from and as the love I am. I receive from and as the love I am. I forgive from and as the love I am. I begin from and as the love I am. Love is my center because God is love. Peace is my center because God is peace. Truth is my center because God is truth. Joy is my center because God is joy. Abundance is my center because God is abundance. I am is my center because God is I am. I am that I am. There is nothing to fear here. God is here. There is nothing to force here. God is here. There is nothing to prove here. God is here. There is nothing to earn here. God is here. There is nothing to become here. God is here. I rest in God. I rest in love. I rest in peace. I rest in truth. I rest in I am. I am because God is. Because God is, I am. I am that I am. As I sleep, I remember. As I rest, I receive. As I soften, I know. As I breathe, I am still. Every breath shows me truth. Every breath shows me love. Every breath shows me God. Every breath shows me I am. I am held through the night. I am restored through the night. I am renewed through the night. I am guided through the night. I am loved through the night. I am safe through the night. My mind may rest. My body may rest. My heart may rest. My soul remembers. I am because God is. Because God is, I am. I am that I am. I am the beginning. I am the breath. I am the center. I am truth. I am love. I am peace. I am joy. I am light. I am life. I am. God is. I am. I am because God is. Because God is, I am. I am that I am. I am because God is. Because God is, I am. I am that I am. I am because God is. Because God is, I am. I am that I am. Take a slow breath in and gently let go. There is nothing to force, nothing to figure out, nothing to fix. Only God, only love, only peace, only I am. I am the beginning. I am the breath. I am the center. I am truth. I am love. I am peace. I am because God is I am. I am that I am. I am because God is. Because God is, I am. I am that I am. And so it is. Thank you for joining me. My name is Jennifer Conley. I am because God is.